Aquarius. Welcome to your 2015 August Taroscope reading with me. Hope you guys, wherever you are around the world, if you're up in the northern hemisphere, are enjoying some nice warm weather but not too hot, and down here in the southern hemisphere just enjoying a bit of the winter chill out time. We're going to be using different cards this month for the reading. These are designed by John Holland, who is a well-known psychic and medium. They are tarot cards, however he has made a few changes to them. Primarily one of the changes are that he dropped the court cards out, so there are no kings, queens, pages or knights. He has particularly worked with the essence or vibration of colour, and he has also brought in some chakra energy cards. So we'll be using 4 cards during the reading and a 5th card, which will be what challenges you for the month of August. Then at the end of the reading we will take a look at a higher vibrational energy card. These little stones in the corner of the reading, if anyone's interested, this is a merlinite, this is a turquoise, and this of course is the beautiful amethyst. I might just turn it round. Okay, so I shall begin the process of the shuffle for you. I just thought I would leave the cards there in the beginning because they're rather attractive to look at, and hence the whole feel of the vibration of colour that John Holland works with. So guys, this is for Aquarius for August 2015. Let's see what's in store for you. So just a couple more, then I will cut the deck and we will work from the top. Okay, so your first card, Aquarius, for the first week of August is the 8 with a red border which says positive movement forward. Now this traditionally would be known as the 8 of Pentacles. The red borders represent the pentacles or the physical perspective of life. As well, they represent the earth signs such as Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Your next card for the second week of August is number 1, the green border with the words on it, love begins. And this card would represent the cups under normal circumstances and would probably be the Ace of Cups. Also represents the water signs such as Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. Your third card for the third week, you have a black border card with the number 6 and it says harmony. Now the black borders represent major arcana cards and the number 6 was the Lovers card. Goodness, Aquarius, things seem to be in the realm of love for you in the month of August. I will just move the camera back a little bit so that we can see the 4th card that's coming. I might just have to move everything a little bit actually. Your 4th card for the last week is number 9 with the purple border, spiritual strength. I'll pop that over here. That border represents the Wands energy, which is our spirit capacity, which would also represent the fire signs such as Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. Now your 5th card, which will be what challenges you for the month, or the energies that could create, you know, a little bit more of difficulty or challenge, is actually a major arcana card and it's number 18 and it's the shadow. Now this would normally represent the moon. So at this stage I'm just going to place this card up here and we will work with it towards the end of the reading. So you can see what I mean about the colours. They're so strong and vibrant and energetic and they seem to draw your eye to them really beautifully. I'm suggesting to people to pick one of the cards that you're particularly attracted to in your reading and really focus on it and see what personal messages you might be able to glean yourself from it. You know, what do the colours mean to you? What do the borders mean? Does it give you any extra personal insight or feelings that will relate to yourself and mean something particular? And I think that's a good thing to do for the month's reading. So anyhow, let's start over here, which is the first week of August, and we have this 8 of Pentacles. Now the 8 of Pentacles is often considered about career or finances, or the establishment of those types of areas of your life. In the traditional tarot, it pictures a man sitting there kind of stealthily working away on some coins, and he has a stack of them going up the wall. It sort of signifies that you have come a long way and that you have learnt much, garnished much, and gathered much along the way. So whether or not it's a time of your finances showing a little bit of prosperity or strength or solidarity, it could be that you have enough funds or something gathered together to purchase something. It could be the idea of a property or some sort of investment or some sort of business. He talks about it as moving forward as well, and we see that he's travelling over water and towards the sun in his particular card. So there's something here about changes, growth, positive growth, new ideas coming perhaps as well, and the foundations of them are set in the physical plane. So it might be something that you've started that's now coming to fruition one way or another. So a positive way to start August when you get movement like that. If you think of it for anything, for health, finances, love, any of those things, you feel this positivity and movement forward. Which brings us to the second week in August for you, and we have this number 1, which would probably normally be the Ace of Cups, which is traditionally known as a positive feeling of new love or harmony and supportive energies. And it says love begins. So we often think of this card as, for those of you out there who are seeking new romance, this might be a time when it comes to fruition. You might just get new people coming in your life as well that you feel really close to or connected to. They don't necessarily have to be romantic liaisons, but they might be people who enter your life who have a deep, resonant meaning in your life. You might befriend them for a very long time. They might be very special to you. It's a positive card of gentleness, trust, spirituality, creativity, love and harmony. So really gorgeous essence and energy in this particular card. Again, if we're talking about health, I see the water, and I think sometimes that could just mean making sure that you're hydrated, because literally they're pouring water from this cup. So I think of hydrating yourself, whether or not it could be because of excess heat up in the northern hemisphere, and you need to make sure you're either around water or drinking plenty of it. If we move on to the next card, which is the third week in August, and we see this major arcana card, and it's the Harmony, which was the Lovers. I'm going to read what he particularly says out of his book, because some of his words are rather beautiful actually. So we'll see what his particular philosophy is on this card. This card signifies the possibility that a deep spiritual initiation, partnership or union is taking place at this time, or is manifesting for the future. This doesn't always necessarily represent a love affair of the heart, but could signify other forms of relationships in your life, whether they're personal or business related. Remember, not all partnerships have to be the one-to-one. They can be forged with a group, an organisation, a pet, or even an incident or situation. The Harmony card is calling to let you know that it's time for you to make choices in certain relationships. The bonds you form with others are really about you. Even in the most difficult situations, they're meant to be mirrors for you, always reflecting back what you need to see. Ask yourself, what am I learning from this relationship? What new qualities am I developing? Is this partnership for my highest good? How can I make it stronger? Are we teaching each other? What have I discovered or am still uncovering about myself through this union? Are there people in my life empowering and encouraging me to be all that I can? Within every relationship there's an encoded lesson that you've hopefully gleaned, or in some cases that you still need to learn. So there we are, Aquarius. You have got a lot of this feeling in this middle of August about connection at the deepest level, and not necessarily, as I said before, intrinsically about romance. For some of you it could, but for others it could just be this connection of igniting your soul and finding someone or reconnecting with current relationships at a deeper level and igniting more of your learning lessons with them. I think he's right that every relationship that we have mirrors us one way or another, so to pick up the learning lessons is quite important as we move forward. You've got a lot of, we started off here with moving forward in your reading. If we come to this final card for the 4th week of August, and we get this purple border, and it's the 9, spiritual strength. We see that again as the wands energy, and the 9 of wands in the traditional tarot often depicts a man standing there with sort of feeling as though he's holding off others, as if he's fighting some sort of battle, whether it's an inner conflict battle or a battle of the wits or the wills. There's something there about needing to retain or regather your strength. Now, it seems odd because you've got so much positive light energy rolling through the first half of August. It feels as though you re-strategize something here at the end, and that it does require your inner strength, maybe your mental capacity as well, and you go within a little bit to find answers on how to work your way through a situation that's around. The card sort of gives us the feeling that you, at this particular time, you must maintain your stability, your strength, your foundations, and persist and keep going forward, because if there is an issue around for you, with all these positive attributes and the determination to see it succeed, there is eventually success. So it's a kind of one of those cards that says keep going, find your inner strength wherever you can, even if it is spiritual strength that you call upon one way or another. So this brings us to the next card, which we see here as the possible card or energy that you may have that challenges you for the month of August. And this is the shadow card. Now, it really is rather an intriguing card to look at. We see it here as, I'm just trying to fine-tune that for you. It really is one person. On the right-hand side, we see this person representing the energy of the sun. This is the sun reflecting up here and then down through his body as well. And then we see over here, just reversed, the polar opposite, like a mirror, it's the same person, the shadow side representing the moon, and the moon across his body. It tells us really that we have the shadow side to us. There's always two sides to every story and everything in life. Where there is light, there is dark. Where there is positivity, there is negativity. Where there is love, there is the lack of love as well. So this is what may challenge you for the month, this feeling of duality and duplicity. So there could be something going on that's a little bit hidden from you that you need to find out more, you need to look a little bit deeper. It's also a card or an energy that talks to us about our emotions and our intuition in particular. You could become quite psychic around this time, so you may be feeling apprehensive about that, or you may not be listening to those particular messages that could be really, really helpful to you. Sometimes it does suggest there could be some, as I said before, some type of things going on under your radar that you're not necessarily seeing, and this can sometimes be in the realm of business or relationships with people who aren't being upfront and honest. So that'll be something that you might want to keep your eye on in the month of August. You know, be tuned in, sort of like tune into yourself, the universe, your energies, everything around you, and then you'll see with more clarity both sides of the coin, which is always an important place to be. So there we are, Aquarius. That's a nice kind of feeling reading you've got there. Plenty of beautiful love essence involved in there, and for some of you, you know, the lightness of new romance possibly, and just reconnecting relationships and understanding more about your own self and your own love. So quite a nice reading for August. Let's see what the last part of your reading is going to hold. And these are the beautiful Angel of Atlantis cards. I shall spread them and we will pick a card from somewhere in here. I'll just take this back a little bit again. Okay. I think it's going to be this one. Haniel, willpower. Yes, there was the Nine of Wands card there, the card with the purple border on it, represents willpower. So there's something here for you guys about calling on your willpower and knowing that you have this wonderful strength. And this energy is coming to you from the base chakra and this vibration of Haniel. And I think when we know that we have great courage and strength to stand our ground, and you know, it doesn't have to be done in a negative way, but just know that whatever's right for you is exactly what's right for you at the time. And your life is about you primarily, and the movement forward and your decisions, and knowing that you have this courage and strength to make any changes that you're wanting to make in your life and take those steps forward. Willpower is a great strength, and when used in the right way, it's a great positive strength as well. So there we are, Aquarians. I think that's a lovely ending to your reading. I think there's also a little message in there for you guys about your base chakra energy, whether any of that needs refining or a bit of balance, or if you have any times during the month where you feel as if you're losing your willpower, just call on the strength of that sacral chakra, the base one, and that's where your willpower is actually established, and that's where it all flows around to. So there you are, Aquarius. Thank you all for listening and subbing and liking and leaving your comments. I love it all. I feel really privileged to be able to do these beautiful readings for you guys, and I am so pleased that it gives you all some insight and some positivity and, you know, love and light more than anything else. So again, thank you all. I appreciate your time and your love, and with that I pass you all many blessings of happiness, great strength of willpower, and much love and happiness. So kia kaha and much aroha.